So today we'll look at HANA native transports. First, we're looking at HANA native transports. How do we transport the objects from one HANA database to another HANA database? Okay. Say this is a case. I have HANA database one. It's a dev HANA database. It's a QTY HANA database. I don't have any ABAP system sitting on top of HANA. It's just core HANA. I just have the core HANA database, which is a development, and I've got core HANA application, which is a quality. Let's say I would like to transport the objects from HANA database to quality database. Here you will have mainly the schema objects, nothing but, or you can say catalog objects, and then content objects. Now when you look at the catalog objects, about tables, procedures, all this, we will not be, we does not go with the transporting, because these catalog objects have to be recreated again into this database. For example, you're replicating through SLT. When you insert the replication process in quality again, it creates a table in HANA quality. If it is BODs, again it creates a table in quality again. But if you want to really take the same tables or procedures from development HANA to quality HANA, then you have to export for catalog objects. Then you'll have to export the database and import the same in quality tables. Remember, I exported some 3 to 4 tables and gave it the same way, like say, one second, the system is. Yeah, when you go to HANA database, so I have some schema, it's some catalog objects here. So I would like to send this to a different system. Then you select the schema, right click, and you can say export. When I say start, it takes all the objects of the schema. Then if including dependencies and you want to go with data, or it's a CSV format or binary format, you can export it to local client and then re-import, or you can export it to server and then import it from there also. This will be an export file. Say. I'll choose this word and say finish. It will export the entire database. If you go to export folder, you see export of the schema. This is like tables index 9Q. There's some of procedures. If you get in, you'll have the create statement procedure. If you open this, see you'll have create procedure statement which will get executed in my quality system again. So when it comes to catalog objects, this is how you'll export the database and import it. Okay. Now when it comes to content objects, we should be able to transport it through normal. Then we deal with HANA native. When you want to move this content objects from development to quality, then we deal with SAP HANA native transports mechanism. So we're discussing on how do I transport the content objects through HANA native transports. Okay, fine. So what to demonstrate this? I've got two HANA systems. One is SP9 where I'm referring it as development. I've got another database, HANA database SP8, which I'll be referring it as quality. From here, I would like to transport the objects to quality. Okay. Uh, okay. Let me create it. Okay. So in the development, I'm just creating some. I'll just start basic. I'll create a schema. Say Q9 trans. This is my schema. Okay. So I've created a schema and I've got a table with this. And I've got some data already. Okay. Fine. Now I would like to create an HANA model based on this schema. Okay. So if I need to create my HANA model, I need to grant the access for sysrepo. Grant, select on schema Q9 trans. Okay. To sysrepo with grant option. Okay. So let me create one package. Q9 PK trans. Okay. Then say okay. I have the package. I would like to create one calculation view here. Analytical view will make sense, more understandable. Okay. ZAV something sales. I'm building this view by referring to the table from Q9 trans. Okay. This one. Activate, and you get to see the data from the table in development. So till here it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Now I would like to take this content to my development. So if I go to my development, do you see any catalog with the name Q9 trans? No. Do I see any content Q9 PK trans? No, right? I don't have this. So I don't have this schema. I don't have this package in this quality HANA. So I need to take these objects to my quality database. Okay, fine. First, what I'll do, I'll export this particular schema and then take it into this quality. So two things: you either recreate that database in quality, the schema and tables, or we can export from the development. So from the development, I would like to export. Let me clear that export package. Just created one. I want to clean this complete so that I can export it to the same. Now I'll say select the schema, right click, export, and you can get the schema star. This is one way of doing it. Otherwise, you can also go to file, export. You can say HANA catalog objects. Next, you can choose which catalog objects. Okay, this is where you can do, or even from here, L, quick view. Even from here, you can use export. Okay, either ways is fine. And so I'll say export. I'm trying to export the including data also. Okay, so it is done. You'll get an export of this schema here. But just simple, I just want to change a little bit. If I just import the same, I'll get to see the schema also same name, right? I just want to change the schema a little bit. In quality, I want it as a different name. Q9 trans something like QTY, I'll say. Okay. Table name is fine. So I'm going to change this also. Here I'll have it as QTY. This data file and then control file QTY. Yeah. Okay, I don't have to worry on any of this. Done. So I changed so that it imports the new schema name. Yeah. So in the quality, I'll say right click. I can see import from the server folder or local folder. Anyway, I want it from the export folder. Select export folder and check next. This is the table, but it says of which schema name QTY now. Yeah. See, now you'll see a schema called Q9 trans QTY tables. I said with data, right? So you also have data also. So if you don't export data, then data will not. Generally, in the real time, they will not export data. They'll just put the structures. Then data has to go through from the ETLs again. Yeah? ETL tools again will fill in the data into those quality, because quality will have different set of data and this will have different set. Now I would like to transfer.
And also in the real time, sir, do they actually change the name, or do they generally maintain the same schema name?
See, when you're moving like this, they may not change the schema name. Okay.
Okay,
But
okay,
look at with BW on HANA, okay, when they install
okay,
development, your BW will be referring to a schema called, let's say, dev abap. Then the quality BW, the BW might have the backend HANA abap BW database as QTY abap. Yeah. In that case, the schema names are different.
okay,
See, if it is different,
okay.
we
And
that's what I want. I want to show you
okay,
that change.
got you, sir. So, but this is a manual step, right? If you want to change the name,
Yeah,
somebody has to go to that folder and change the name. Nothing automated.
exactly. But if they create the schema directly, then there's no point in doing all this. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Generally, see, when the tables are getting created automatically through SLT or through BODS, or when BW sits on top of that, automatically the tables come into that BW schema, right? In that case, they don't transport.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
got you.
They don't move this export. They don't do the export and import of the database. Only when they want to take
Okay,
the same database of the development to quality, this is something like a backup and restoring. Okay, more or like export, same taking the same database. Yeah.
okay, okay, sir.
So now I would like to transport this package and this views. Okay. So just focus on this. Now when I go to the view definition, focus now. When I go to view definition and see, I see this table referring to a schema called sales Q9 trans dot sales. So my sales table has been referred from a schema called Q9 trans. Yeah. But when I transport this view to the quality system, yeah, I want this view to be referring to a table called sales, but of which schema? Q9 trans QTY bus, right? You getting what I'm saying? So to make you understand about this point, I've just changed the schema name. In the development, I had a schema called Q9 PK trans. Okay, sorry, Q9 trans is my schema in development, but in the quality the schema name is Q9 trans QTY bus. So when I transport this view as it is, it says it not be this view will not be worked out because it is referring to a schema which is not there in the quality bus, right? So the view what is used, the schema name what is been referred in the view, we call that as physical schema. We call that as physical schema. Okay, and I want when I transport this view to quality, when I transport the view to this quality, I want this schema name to be replaced from Q9 trans to what? Q9 trans QTY. It is more like you're in BW. Can you transport your source system connection bus? No, right? When we so we'll have something called mapping of source systems. When you transport your data source from this system to quality system, development to quality, automatically it gets replaced with the new source system connection what we have in the quality system. Yes or no? Did I understand? Did it make sense? Yeah. Similar way. So before I transport this views to my quality, in the quality I need to do something like mapping. Like in BW, how do you do mapping of source system? Same I need to do mapping of schema, saying Q9 trans in quality is nothing but Q9 trans in QTY in my quality box. So I'll select the quality system, go to help, and say click view. You will have an option called you'll have an option called schema mapping. See in the view, there's an option called schema mapping. Go to schema mapping in the quality box. I'm going into quality. Okay. In this quality, I'll just add what is my authoring schema from where I'm transferring Q9 trans. Okay. In the development, this has to be the physical schema represent that will be Q9 trans quality. So whenever this is the basic one. So when let's say whenever I'm importing a package into my HANA system, let's say the package is referring to a different schema, and in my system my schema name is different. We're going to handle that by using schema mapping. Okay. So now when I transport this view to my quality system, automatically the view will start referring to the table sales from Q9 trans QTY. Okay. Now let's say how do we transport. Once we have this mapping done, what we do simple, we take this, you have a package, right? We take this package, assign it to a delivery unit. We assign it to a delivery unit, okay? And then we assign this delivery unit to a transport route. And then we'll just release in the development. Then it has to be imported into quality. That's it. So you'll have package, we'll assign the package to a delivery unit, and delivery unit will be assigned to transport route, and then it will be released. And then that will be imported into quality. Okay. So delivery unit is like a package in your SAP systems where it collects the objects. So what I'll do, two ways you can create a delivery unit. One is you can go to help, click view. You can say, yeah, there's an option called delivery units. I want to create delivery unit in the development. Say next. This is where I can just choose. This is delivery units. I can say create. What is the name of the delivery unit? You can specify it here. Okay. But it's one. Okay, let me just create. So let's create a DU 9 cubics. This is my delivery unit. Okay. And once the delivery unit is created, I can add my package to this. Nothing but now I need to collect the objects into this delivery unit. I need to collect the packages into this delivery. I can do it here. I can just add and choose the package and say select all sub packages and nodes also. Say finish. Then this package gets added to this delivery unit. Say finish. Or you can also do it here. When you right click on the package and when you say edit, I can even here, I can drop down here and choose the delivery unit also. Either ways you can. So now I've created a delivery unit and I've assigned this package to the delivery unit. Okay. Now I need to use the transport route and release and import them. So for doing this, we'll use the life cycle management. I'm going to use the HANA lifecycle management. That is what the native transports. Okay, I have already done the settings here. Settings. I said enable native HANA transports. Done, and then the transports. I've already connected the two systems. See, I'm able to ping the system. You know, we all done by basis. Now don't worry. But go to transports. Yeah, and you create a transport route here. Route 9 qubits. So source is 9 and target is 8, and I want to, it's a full, because 8 is still old, but if it's 9 you have delta also. Delta means only changes will go, but it's only full now. Delivery unit, which deliver DU 9 cubics. This is my delivery unit, and say create. So I should see TR, yeah, this is my delivery unit, TR 9 cubics, right? Select this, select the route, and say start transport. Okay, okay. Now if I go back to my other system, I should see, you can see the logs here. Yeah, here. It's DU9 cubics, it is failed. See, I have a failure. It says, look at this. It has sent some view and it was not able to deploy that view, all this, right? So the problem is it is trying to transport this view to there. Means it's like almost reactivating the view in the quality, right? And normally, if you don't provide access to sys repo on this schema, will it be able to? Will you be able to create this view? No, right? So let me grant in the quality. Grant select on schema Q9 trans QTY to sysrepo with grant option. Now let me transport this again. Now you see DU9 with the latest one with 59. It is successful and you can see the log if you require. Okay. Now if it is successful, if I go back to quality, should I see the same package now? If I see, you see this blue color indicating it's imported. And when I go inside the analytical view, it starts referring to a table from Q9 trans QTY. Look at this table here. Did you understand this? You see, now the view is referring, in the quality it is referring to a table of schema Q9 trans Q2 because of your schema mapping. That is what schema mapping is all about. So this is how
So
you,
if you want to transport, should we do that at a level of a package only, or can we just do
package only. Boss.
a view?
Yeah, package.
Okay. Only package. And also, sir, when you did the mapping, right? So you were saying that this Z9Q trans will be mapped to Z9Q trans quantity,
Mm-hmm.
but from which system to which system? Only from and to are there, right? So
No, it is
will
not.
it be the same from quality to production?
Yeah, it is not worry about system. We'll just say anytime the catalog of views or so content objects are imported. If the authoring schema is this, it has to be going to this. It is not specific to system. It is specific to schema name only. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So if we want to move it to production, again we can create an entry that from schema would be QTY and
Exactly.
the target schema would be PRD. Okay,
Exactly. That's all. Yeah.
okay.
Sir, if you are not changing schema name, then also we need to do schema mapping or
If
not
you're not
required?
changing the schema name, then you don't have to do.
Okay.
Generally, it will be different to us. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is on a native transports. Okay. Now, but let's say I have another case now. I have BW system, BW or HANA. Let's say I have got BW, backend is HANA database. This is development. This is QTY. Okay. Assume BW is about 7.3, the old one, 7.31. Yeah. What you've done is let us assume you created a cube. Okay. In 7.3, we don't have the checkbox which says create HANA view automatically. So you explicitly imported that as a view, as a HANA model. Okay. So you created a cube in BW. In 7.3, we never had an option called create external HANA view automatically. So you explicitly imported this cube as an HANA model, explicitly imported. Okay. Good. Now I would like to transport this cube to BW quality. Okay. Now when I transport this cube to BW, you know how to transport this, right? We'll collect the cube into TR, release and import. Let's say cube is transported, but will it transport the view automatically, boss? Yes or
No,
no?
sir.
No. Why?
No, no.
Yeah. So actually, when I say transport means what? You're trying to recreate that object in quality. Even when I recreate this quality object in quality, it will not create the HANA model because HANA model is not created based when the cube is activated. It is created explicitly when it is imported, right? So through BW transports, you will transport the cube, and through HANA, next option is through HANA native transports, I must transport the HANA model from HANA development to HANA quality. Got this? Yeah? Got this? Did you
Yes, sir.
understand this, boss? From development BW, will transport the cube to quality BW, and view has to be explicitly transported through HANA native transports again separately, boss. Because it is HANA model is not created automatically in the quality, so it has to be explicitly transported again.
Yes.
Okay, got this? This can be one case. See, another case is, even if let's say assume it is latest version 7.4, okay. If it is 7.4, let's say you create a cube with the checkbox create Excel HANA view, what will it do?
It will create HANA view.
It creates the HANA view automatically in the backend, yeah. It creates the HANA view automatically in the backend, right? Now, so as soon as the cube is activated, it is creating the HANA model in the backend. So when it just when I collect this cube and transport to quality, it means what? You're reactivating this cube in quality. Will it create this HANA model automatically, boss?
Yes.
Like how
Yes.
it is
Yes.
creating the F table and dimension tables, it creates a model also.
Yes.
In case of 7.4, if you have the checkbox saying create Excel HANA view automatically, when the cube is activated development, it creates the HANA model similar to your F table or dimension tables. Same way when this cube is transported to quality, the cube is reactivated in the quality, it automatically goes about creating this HANA model bus in quality system. Got this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next discussion is, let's say you did this way. Look at, even in 7.4 we still have this problem. So now look at this. I have this cube and it created the HANA model explicitly. Let's say it has created some analytical view. Okay. What I've done is I've created, by using this analytical view, I've created one calculation view. Okay. I have a cube in 7.4. I have a cube which says create Excel HANA view automatically, which creates my HANA model automatically. And this HANA model is used into my calculation view. Got this? Yeah. Now, when I transport this cube from development to quality, because of the checkbox of this queue property create Excel HANA view automatic, this view will be created automatically into my quality, right? Now what
Yes.
about this calculation view? Will it create that calculation view also?
No. No.
No.
So then we need to, by using HANA native transports, again I need to explicitly transport my calculation. So there are two ways of doing it. One is, like how did I show now the HANA native transports, just collecting this view package into delivery unit, transport route, release and import. That is one way, from you transport from HANA to HANA bus. Okay.
Yeah.
Another way is through by using ABAP transports also. So ABAP transports means our TR, transport request. Now what I'm trying to do is, now I have this view, right? So you already collected this cube into it. How do you transport this cube? You collect this cube into a TR, you will release and import. Yes? Yes or no, boss? You're clear with that.
Yes.
Now into this, I'll also collect this calculation view also into the same tier of ABAP transports. Got this? You transport the ABAP objects separately, SAP objects, and then HANA model separately. That is one mechanism. Another mechanism is I can also collect these HANA models also into the same tier which was holding the BW objects in it. In case of
But how
BW,
can we collect?
I'll show.
How can we collect a
I'll,
calculation?
I'll show.
Okay.
I'll show. Okay. So what we do is we take this, again you'll have a, like you'll have HANA model assigned to a package. Package will put into a delivery unit. Then we'll collect the delivery into something called transport container. Okay. And assign this transport container to a TR, transport request. And then in the normal RELEA, normal release in like SC09 or whatever it is, then import like normal ABAP transports in STMS. Clear?
Yes, sir.
How do we do this? No, see this. Uh, okay, now let's say let's say I'm in system one. I'm just creating some cube. Also, this is my cube name. I'll make sure it auto creates my HANA model. Activate. So this is the development database. So in which package you'll have it? You know the path, right? You'll have it in system local,
BW.
BW to HANA. You'll have analytical view. CH trans is my cube. See, I have this analytical view. Yes. Okay, boss. Mm-hmm. Let's I'm creating a calculation view. It's already delivery unit long this. I'll say it's a Q9 abab. Q9 abab. Let me create a package. So let me create a calculation view. Uh, Z calculation view. ZCH trans. I'll just the simple one. I'll just take that Q. No Z, CH trans. This is the one. Yeah, I'll use this analytical view. I use that analytical view. So calculation view is also writing this. So I'll go to BW. I'll collect this cube into a tier. Change the package. Okay. It's been collected here now. If you get in, I see this request which has got cube in it. Yes. Okay. Now into the same tier, I would like to collect my calculation view also. What I'll do, I'll create one delivery unit. remember this name. DU9 above. Okay. And assign that package. Done. Because I'm not collecting the analytical view, because when the queue is transferred to quality, it creates it automatically. Okay. Now once it is collected delivery unit, said we need to create something called transport control. Just go to ABAP perspective. Remember, I have already using the package called BNR. It's the same ABAP. It's the same BW system, but with ABAP perspective unit. I can use this. Okay. So right click, say new. What is it you want to create? You want to create a transport container. Others you'll have something called SAP HANA transport container. And next. This is okay. Now here it will ask me the delivery unit name. DU9 ABAP with vendor name, you should say Qpix QTY. Okay. So next, now it will ask me the TR name. You can create a new TR or you can assign it to a TR which is already there. I would like to assign it to the same TR which is already there either. What was that? 700090007. This is the one, right? Okay, select this request. You can create new one or enter a request or anything. Say okay. Say take snapshot. Say take snapshot and save. You see? Just say activate. If you go in this, you see the contents. This transport containing this delivery unit DU9 ABAP and which holds this pack view. Yeah. Now if I go to this, see, I have this queue and there's one more task here which contains a transport route, transport container with that delivered, and delivered contains my view. So I just have to release. No, we just have to go to the quality system and import it. There's an error, but that's okay. But you understood about how we are collecting into the TR bus. This is like ABAP based transports, how you can handle. What is this BNR package? That is just a name I just created. That was the one which I used in configuring the transport routes in the BW systems. Yeah. Actually, it's throwing error. I already actually configured. I have got BW systems also, multiple. I configured transport routes. In that, I used the BNR packages, name as BNR package. But now I still there's some problem. So let's not worry. But this is I think once it is collected, you know how to handle that out. Should not be a problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you need to create a do we need to create a transport? You need to create transport container in this package. Not necessarily. because in the real time they'll tell you which one to use, BW or XBW, which is the package which, because $TMP we cannot transport them, right? So you must create in a package other than $TMP, which can be used for transport. So you need to ask them in which package can be leveraged for transporting. So you just create the transport route in that package. That's it. Yeah, transport container in that package. Okay.
Sir, at a given point of time, one package will be only in one delivery unit, right? Uh,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So it is mapped to a delivery unit. We cannot pull that into another delivery unit.
No, 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 no. You can change. You can change. If it is already
Okay.
assigned to one
Okay.
unit, I can still change. For example, but at a point of time, it will be assigned to one unit, one delivery unit. But I can still change it. So
Okay, sir.
now
Got it.
this, I can drop down this and change it to a different one also. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And multiple packages can be there under one delivery unit also.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, I want to discuss on HANA Live. Yeah.
Generally, they follow which mechanism, sir? I mean, a TR BW transport, or generally they go for the first method.
They are doing mix also.
Okay.
Say, for example, you have developed some ABAP program which is based on some HANA model or some scripting. Then you want to bundle all of them into single tier. They're using this mechanism. Okay.
Okay.
And if it is, lets you create some cubes and that creates views automatically, and that those views are used in other calculation views. So the transporting cubes normally in BW transports, and the other calculation views which are based out of this, they're doing HANA native transports. The both mechanisms are being leveraged.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Sir, in BW, we are following sequence of transport. Sir. Initially, we need to transport application component, info areas, info object, then info providers like that. So here we need to follow any sequence or all
Yeah, see,
objects can connect in.
if you ask me, I never read any document on what should be the sequence of transport. It is logical.
Yeah.
Say I have say I have object A. Object A is used in object B, and that B is used in C. Now tell me what is the sequence of transport?
Yeah.
A.
Based on dependency.
Ante, ante. No one will write any. There will not be any document which says ఇది ఇట్లే వెళ్ళాలని ఏం లే. నీ డిఫరెన్స్ బట్టి వెళ్తాంటాం అంతే. So now A is used in B, so A has to go first. Only then the B can go. B is used in C, so first B has to go. Then only then the C can go. That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you import, production data into development to do any validation like that? We have import option. Is the data is also import from dev to point, right?
You want
So
data?
can you, yeah, only data.
Yeah, I showed you from a table, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So same way we
I
can
gave
import.
an export option of the database, which says
Mhm.
including table, right? You get that CSV file, and that CSV
Yes, sir. Yeah.
file can be imported into development. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And there's one more I forgot, but long back I tried one. I don't remember now. Say now let's say you're at the customer place, okay? Yeah, and they have their BW system in already in place with the non-HANA database, yeah, and they want to do some POC and they want to see how it works out with BW or HANA system. So they, let's say they would give you some case where they're really facing some performance issues. Then what you'll do, you have to build the same model in the HANA data in the new BW HANA system, and then tell them how it works, right? Yeah, you getting what I'm saying? When you say you want to demonstrate the POC and the performance, you already have some model and the data volume with the non-HANA database which is up and running with the customer. I need to take the same amount of data, same model into my BW on a HANA system and then show them how it differs in the performance or what all changes can you see. Yeah, that is what POC, right? Proof of concept. HANA కొను అంటే
Yes, sir.
నాకు కొంటే నాకేంటి అంటాడు కాబట్టి అది చూపించాలి కదా. So in those kind of case, I had one doubt. I had one requirement. And then let's say I have my customer BW system, which has got the model. Let's say cube and DSOs, all multi-pro and big queries, everything is built. Even in POC, if I need to go about doing POC, one option is what? Even in the new system of BW on HANA, I need to recreate that model, yeah, and load the same amount of data and then do reporting, yes or no, yeah, and show them the difference in the performance, yeah. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది ఇప్పుడు నేను మాట్లాడుతుంది. Did I make sense?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
అప్పుడు and then we had a so it doesn't make sense to waste the time to recreate that model again, yeah. సో ఒక ఆప్షన్ ఏడో ఉండాల, నేను మర్చిపోయినా, బట్ దెర్ ఈస్ అన్ ఆప్షన్. మొత్తం మన ఆబ్జెక్ట్ని ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేసి దాన్ని అక్కడ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అన్నట్టు. నన్ను ఒక స్టూడెంట్ అడిగింటే ఆ రోజు కూర్చొని చేసిండు, నాకు గుర్తులేదు. బట్ let me go to the non-HANA system. I might have an option. Can you search in, నేను అప్పుడు గూగుల్లో సెర్చ్ చేస్తే దొరికింది. Can you search for that concept? You understand what did I say? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
అది ఉందన్న, you have that concept, but I forgot the way I did that day, but I have not documented, but అది చాలా మంచి పాయింట్. అంటే దాని ద్వారా పిఓసి తొందరగా చేయొచ్చు అన్నట్టు. తెలియదు, బట్ జస్ట్ ట్రై గెటింగ్ దట్. ఓకే, that is one interesting point. And next I want to touch on something called HANA Live Bus. So you've been creating a lot of HANA models, right? Calculation views, attribute views, analytical views, all this. When I say HANA Live, it's nothing but the ready-made content, ready-made HANA models delivered by SAP is what we call that as HANA Live. What SAP has done is to speed up the implementations on HANA. They come out with a lot of RDS, rapid deployment solutions, which can speed up the implementations. As part of that RDS solutions, SAP came up with something called HANA Live, which is ready-made content or ready-made HANA views, which is already given. Okay, assuming that let's say you have SAP ECC on HANA, and then SAP already knows what tables we have in ECC. Based on those tables, they already built the ready-made views and given you. Same way HANA Live for CRM, HANA Live for ECC, retail, there are a lot of HANA Lives. I've installed one HANA Live. Look at this. Now, they'll give you as a package. Like they'll give you in the service marketplace, they'll give you as a delivery unit. You just have to import that. Do you know how to import the delivery file? And you will say import. It's a import delivery unit, and then now the extension of delivery will be .tzz, and you just have to import the delivery unit, and those views comes in. See, I got those views. SAP HBA ECC. So there are 1026 views which are already given here. But they are inactive because I imported this view in BW or HANA but my BW will not have the ECC tables, right? If I import this ECC live, HANA live in ECC or HANA, it will work out. Yeah? It will get active. You'll have lots of views. Look at this, so many, and all the views in the HANA live are calculation views. So you'll have some. You can see application relevant also, sales, finance. You can just go through and then find out. But the only thing is what they've done is they've modularized these views. They categorize this everything is calculation view here, and they categorize these views as private views, reuse views, and query views. What they've done is on the table, initial level of transformation they've made for each table, they call that as private view. They combined multiple private views and its next level transformation they call the reuse views, and they combined reuse views and created a main view as query views, which has to be used for reporting. So that is what layered transformations they have done. If you look at sales, if you see sales order header, not the header is not a reporting one. You should see something like sales query. See sales order schedule line query. Yeah? How about they simulating the generic our standard extractors logic? Yeah? See lots of joins. Join one is making this join on sales order schedule line to what? To something called sales document type. To understand what is sales order schedule line, I need to open another view. So it's all modularized completely. One is used in another. Yeah. If I go into this, then I see this view is built on again another thing, sales document schedule line. Where is sales document schedule line? This is the view. Again, open this. And like this, you have to keep opening multiple, then ultimately you get to see where it is actually coming from. And this is actually based on what look at this VBEP com VBEP underscore com VBEP. If you go to VBEP com again, you'll see this actually is getting from the table called VBEP of the schema. But I don't have this schema, that's why these views are inactive for me. Okay. And we can also see all these views this way also. Say fix colon 8001. We'll have a link HANA Live Explorer. We can go to this path SAP HBA Explorer. Go in. Normally, if you go to Explorer, it starts showing you like a grid-like stuff and list your all the views. Okay, it shows the views categorized based on the application like SD module, FF, MM like that. Then it'll be easy for you to search through those views. That's it. Yeah. Explorer just like to make it easy to search the views. Yeah. and say for example I have a customer with ECC with non-HANA database, I can ask him to migrate it to HANA. Then instead of recreating the views, I can import this HANA live, and this views will be active on that schema because it has got all these SAP standard tables, and we should be able to do reporting on these views directly. Yeah, that is what HANA live is. Yeah. So in case of SAP ECC on HANA,
So,
since all the standard tables are already there in the underlying schema of the ECC HANA database, then you just have to install this delivery unit, which will give you all the ready-made views, and then these views can be used for reporting. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah.
so you were talking about some three different things, right, that they have designed on. So this one is a basic on the table. Next is
Yeah.
the query type.
Very. Yeah. Yeah.
I did not understand that. So because I installed the same thing onto ECC HANA, but I didn't notice any hierarchy like that.
Not
Can you explain that once
hierarchy
again?
is something this
Yeah.
way. See, I have some views used another views. I have some views used another views, right? They are basically
Okay.
logically divided, not physical. Okay, logically group them as private views, reuse views, and query views. And if I see the view name as
Okay.
ending with query, it means these are query views. These are supposed to be exposed onto queries, reporting. Yeah.
Okay.
And the views
Okay.
that are created on the initial level of table here, these are called as private views.
Okay.
What they're saying, when you want to change, sometimes this is not as per your requirement, you might have to change this logic. So do not change them, you just create a copy of this and then start changing them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Got you, sir. Understood.
So this will be a HANA Live, there's nothing much here. And we have
So,
HANA
sir,
Live
directly,
for ECC, CRM. I can show you. Yeah, what is it? From where you want to get. If you go to service marketplace,
hello.
yeah.
Sir, generally in BW, we are following data source, I mean staging DSO, integrated DSO, cube, and multi-prod, right? So if you have BW on HANA, so can we plan the data source, DSO, and multi-prod like that, or which is the best way?
Yeah, this basically now you need to see when you start having HANA, okay,
Okay.
your focus should be on reducing the size of the database, okay?
Okay.
Because even though you store data in any detail, it can handle the performance. You don't need queues which maintains aggregated data, detailed data, all this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now here you see this. SAP HANA Live for EHP6 retail, yeah. So reinsurance management, lot of ready for CRM we have. Yeah, we have for retail, GRC, yeah, manufacturing, supply chain, a lot of HANA lives given. Okay, you just have to, and there's some HANA live. Okay, you can download it from here, and then just when you download it, it will be .tzz file, delivery unit file, and you just have to import it. Okay, that's it. We'll stop it. But before I stop, now see, majorly we have four major things I can say. One is left out. One is text analytics, BW HANA migration, and then HANA native development. Then we have NLS. Okay, HANA native development is all coding, so I said it's no point in teaching. So it's only used when you're developing a custom application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you document videos on BW HANA migration. Just go through, it's a complete theory, and then I've recorded clearly. And then HANA native development, just go through that. For text analytics, it's not, I'll just show some later on Sunday, I'll show something. Then NLS, I'll touch on Sunday. So I'll send out the videos on BW HANA migration and HANA native development. So just go through that by tomorrow. On Sunday, I'll just touch on NLS and just revise, and we'll close up the sessions on Sunday. Okay, that's the target. See, if you see, for HANA native, HANA BW and HANA migration, I'm going to send you two videos. One is, it will have HANA migration day 1, day 2. Okay. In the day 1 video, you have to go first of initially it will be BW and HANA. Don't worry, just go to the middle of it. Yeah. From the video 1, I'll go to set 2 videos for BW HANA migration. From here it starts. Okay, almost from 1 hour 7, after 1 hour 17 minutes, the video starts on the migration. Okay, and this will be day 1. Again, it will continue on the day 2 again. There will be 2 days session explicitly on migration. Because I don't have the notes, all this, I have touched the note numbers, opened all those note numbers there, so better to get in. And also there was an interview on, after I finished this topic, there was an interview conducted on this migration for me from US. So I just recorded that interview explicitly on migration also, so you can know how is it I was explaining to him. So these 2 videos will cover on the migration part for you. And I'm going to send one video on HANA native development. Just go through that by tomorrow evening. On Sunday, we'll have a last class on NLS, and if there's some doubts, we'll revise, and then interview point of view, we'll discuss and close up on Sunday. Okay? Fine. Thank you.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, would you mind
sir, I
sharing
have
details on reporting and data provisioning techniques?
I think you missed them. So we already covered already. Yeah.
Sir, Naresh here. So I have a
Hello?
doubt, sir.
Yeah. Tell me, Naresh.
Yeah. I understood that while transporting, right, we are transporting the content folder, the catalog folder once by export import, and the content folder through the transport route, right? So we know that
when you refer to catalog objects, don't use the word transport. You say import and exporting of database. Yeah. But when you say content, you can
importing
transport. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. We know that whenever a calculation view is created in the content folder, it creates a column view in the catalog folder.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But we are transporting that folder separately, a catalog and this separately. I mean, will the same column view not get created twice?
No. See, catalog it creates column view in which schema? Sysbig schema. That is a system schema.
Yeah.
You will not transport the system schema from development to quality, because quality will have sysbig schema, development also will have sysbig schema. Okay.
Okay.
So when
we'll only yeah. Got you, sir. So we'll only transport our specific schema to quality.
As soon as you install HANA, by default you'll get that sysbig. You will not transport that, no?
Okay.
Yeah. Next.
Got you.
So if you're okay, I'm closing it now. We'll meet on tomorrow. There will be no class. We'll meet on Sunday, which will be the last class. We'll finish. We'll discuss on NLS and then some interview point of view, and then we can close on Sunday. Okay.
Performance tuning of
performance tuning of queries and views is not complicated topic.
Tuning, I just group some points on Sunday on performance tuning. What to be considered, what points you need to note when you want to improve the performance. We'll see. There will be nothing like aggregates, or we don't have big topics here. It will be only points to be considered, what to be considered to improve performance of modeling. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Tell me please. Tell me please.
Hello, sir, would you mind sending me on reporting and data provisioning techniques?
Videos?
No, I'm
We already
asking for the PPTs for data provisioning techniques and reporting.
Yeah. See, by today evening,
No,
if you're free, I will going to send all this BW migration.
presentation.
Yeah, all PPTs, everything. I'll send it today. Okay, sure, 100%. Yeah. So that you can
And
prepare
maybe some
yourself.
from
You can prepare yourself on Saturday, and then we can have Sunday. We can finish up and close it. Yeah.
from interview point of
And so one more thing, one pattern of CV, please, resume.
Yeah, all those stuff, how to handle interview, how to project yourself in the interviews, we'll all close things on Sunday. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
oh,
Thank you. Yeah.
okay.